The main event, Barnett Jr., Alvarez, Barnett Jr., Barnett Sr. in the corner. I guess he was cornering a couple guys. I guess his dad's been in the bare knuckle business a minute or so. Barnett's got a fun story. He was, got in a lot of trouble. He said, convict to the championship, something like that. He's saying it's good to see putting his positive energy into something good and doing well. But this fight was crazy too. This fight was wild because Barnett was just across that ring quick, and Alvarez was ducking his head low a lot. And because Barnett was coming so hard, so fast forward, you ended up, almost, and he was like almost in a double leg position a few times, like on the back of Alvarez. One of the times he actually stood up. We've got it on that was in that little corner of the screen under my John Fitch Knows Nothing sign. I'll take that down real quick. That one right up in the corner by the Fitch SMASH logo. He picked him up double leg style and slammed him. And I thought, oh, great. It's going to be the end of the fight now because it looked like Barnett was not feeling too good about it. He did land on his neck a little bit. He was playing the pro wrestling up a little on that, I think. I think he was all right. At first, I had to wait to watch it play back because I remember watching that Prince Nassim, I think, dude, it was a similar situation where he ducked down low and the guy was over his back and he popped up and the guy flew over the top behind him, and he didn't get penalized in any way. Alvarez did, though. When I watched the video back, you could see that he clearly cupped the knees. He grabbed. He doubled up on that. He was on that double leg before he threw him. Maybe if he would have just stood up, I'm not sure what the rules is, because if you're just standing up and the guy's putting himself over you, it's not exactly like you're intentionally trying to pick him up. But if you allow him to push you to the mat, push you down on the ground, that can make you tired. That can get you a little extra tired. It's a little bit of a psychological warfare because you're pushing him down, trying to get his hands on the mat. Almost feels like a snap down type situation, or you're sprawling out on him. I don't think that's good to allow yourself to be put into that position. So I'm not mad at Alvarez for standing up, but you got to wash his hands. You can't wrap those legs up like that. Barnett Jr., Alvarez, it was a decent fight, but at one point before they got back and put their toes on the line, you start seeing Barnett Jr. pointing and being like, "Hey, his hand," and that's pretty keen observation from him. Pretty smart on his part too, because the ref wasn't looking. The ref didn't see it. The ref didn't catch it. He wouldn't have said anything or done anything, and they would have started the round, and you would have had Alvarez in there. His hand was like, it was mashed. It looked like somebody Joe Pesci'd him with a hammer. It looked bad, and that's from the TV screen and that wrap on it and far away. I couldn't imagine what that looked like close up. But Barnett Jr. pointed that out. Hand is broke. They had to call it. They had to cut the fight short. It happens. And I want to use this as an example to all you dummies who still think that you're going to strike your way out of you're going to strike your way out of most of your self-defense situations. Yeah, I'm such a badass striker because I do it all the time and I'm so skilled at it, right? Right, guys? Right, you people at home on the keyboards, right? You practice so much, you can just rely on using your hands when it comes to a life or death situation. Yes, sure. Right here, guy's a professional. Had way more rounds than you, hit way more things than you, knows how to throw a punch way more better than you. And what happens? Breaks his hand. Hands break. You throw punches against this bowling ball covered by a thin little tiny piece of flesh. Breaks happen. They happen a lot. You hit the wrong spot, you're in trouble. Your hand is broke. Your hand is broke as your bank account, fellas. Don't go thinking, I'll just see red and I'll punch my way out of everything. What about multiple attackers? Well, you're probably screwed. If you're in a situation where you've got that many people coming at you, like, are you training for multiple attackers? If you're not training for multiple attackers, like, you better make sure you're never in a situation where you are surrounded by multiple people. That's really your self-defense. Don't ever be in that situation. Don't ever be in a place where that could happen. What if he's got a laser gun and alien friends in a spaceship? What then, huh? You gonna grapple him then? That was bare knuckles, though. It was a fun Bare Knuckles. They've got a lot more shows coming up. Bare Knuckles is definitely one of the promotions, one of the things that I always try to go and see. It's always fun. It's always fun.